I just want to turn quickly to, you have a dashboard that your organization has put up with respect to incentive gap and charging gap with respect to the Road to 2035 zero emission vehicle mandate. We had a gentleman here at committee, I might have been last week or the week before, Monsieur Rochette, and he suggested, I brought up your charging gap, which if I look at the dashboard, it says right now it's 1,660,338 is the gap in Canada, and the gap is not closing quickly. He said, basically, that's crazy. What would you say about that?
There are differing estimates for what is required in terms of public charging infrastructure. Our assessment is based off what leading jurisdictions in the world are doing and what ratio they're using. And typically the ratio that's determined is how many EVs on the road per public charger do you need? And what we see when we look at California, Germany, the European Union, the ratio they use is 10-1. In Canada, the federal government's most recent assessment put out by Enercan is suggesting we need 43 EVs on the road per public port. I don't understand why we've chosen such an unambitious target. I think that's extremely concerning if we're going to help every Canadian make the switch. And so, while you can debate which ratio is the best, I know that we are not currently on track of the 34,000 chargers that the government has provided funding for. Only 2,500 are operational. And the government's own study admits that we need to get to over 700,000 by 2050 to support an electrified fleet. So I don't see a path from 2,500 to 700,000, and I would argue that 700,000 is far too few.
So what you're saying is Europe is using the standard of 10 per charged vehicle, but somehow the government of Canada is saying the correct number is 43, more than 4 times higher.
That's correct. The European figure is every 10 EVs on the road, 1 public port. In Canada, the recent study says we need 43 EVs per port.